Oh yeah.
See, I'm big on no bad weather, just bad attitudes. But when you take your bike to the bridge and you get on top of the bridge and you realize a storm might be a brewing, the weather's not bad in general, but for biking, it could be a lot better. Let's call it this bike ride. So I've got a theory for running hats, and I'll tell you about it while I'm warming up for this whole speed workout I've got this morning. Everybody used to just run and whatever. And then what you wore became cool. And that's when like the BPN, Go One More hats, they started to blow up and everybody had them. Because everybody thought you really needed a hat to run. They look cool. And now they're just overplayed. Unless you're running during the day out in the sun where you actually need a hat to block your eyes and use the utility of it, they're actually, I think, phasing out. Nobody wants to wear those Go One More hats anymore. Unfortunately, I thought they were good hats because they're just overplayed. You don't really need a hat unless your hair is long and keeping it out of your eyes. And I say all this while I'm wearing a hat because I felt like it today, out of habit. But I've got a theory that running hats are slowly dying because most people run in the morning before the sun's up. Why do you need a hat at that point? It's like putting the sunglasses on your head because you think it looks cool. But also, it's freaking early in the morning and we're running. There's nobody judging how cool we look. 10-mile speed workout this morning. These used to be a lot more fun back when they were 5 or 6 miles and you just felt like you could sprint through it. 10 miles, that's a haul. I love running. It's such a great sport. And when you're doing good at it, it is the best feeling ever. But every now and then, you have a day where you get got. Today, I got. Today's workout was supposed to be 10 miles with consisting of 3 sets of 2 miles at 650. And about halfway through, well, I knew straight from the get-go it was gonna be a long one, but about halfway through, bonk. If you don't know what bonk means, it means I had no juice. Absolutely died, complete disaster. But it's the first one all year, I think, that I failed at. And honestly, you start to think to yourself, if you're nailing every single workout, are they too easy? Where are my limitations? And I wouldn't honestly say that today's workout was my limitation. I'm gonna attribute to the freaking 95% humidity, having 3 workouts yesterday, and then also might be fighting off a little bit of sickness. Or I could just be a wimp. I also didn't bring any fuel on this run. I brought a water, but I think with these speed workouts, I need to start bringing some gear. So being a little bit more prepared. There's lots of things you can do to help you with these workouts. When you first get going and you're just running a few miles, the most important thing is just getting out the door and running. Honestly, you don't even need shoes. But when you get a little bit more intense workouts, more miles, more volume, and you're starting to dial in some paces, having the right gear can really help. So let's go inside. Let me gather myself real quick and let me show you some of my gear. So like I said earlier, when you first get going with running, what's most important is you go running. You put on whatever tennis shoes you have, whatever shorts, whatever shirt, whatever thing you need to get you out the door and go running. That is what's most important. Now, as you become a little bit more advanced and you start running more distances, more volume, and recovery is more important, and fueling is more important, and showing up to these workouts ready to go is more important. Having the right gear isn't gonna do the workout for you. It's never going to be the biggest game changer ever, but it can help. Now, there's a lot of things out there that people will sell you on, and some of it is helpful. Some of it is a complete waste of money. So what I'm gonna show you right now is my staples that I will always buy. I think it is almost a necessary. I'm not gonna say it's 100% a necessary, but it's almost a necessary. My staples. We're gonna go first with a daily trainer. Now, I'm gonna keep this away from me a little bit because these are actually the ones I ran with today. These are the Adidas, I forgot their name. It says it right here. Adizero Evo SL. I've always been a huge Hoka fan. The Hoka Cliftons have carried me for years as my daily trainer. And I continued with that brand because I never got injured, and finally I got injured and I decided, here's my chance to finally switch it up because they were a little bit heavy. These Adidas ones are actually very light and I'm becoming a real fan. These are probably reaching their 500-mile mark, which is typically when you want to get a new pair, and I think I'm going to be buying a second pair of those. These are your go-to shoes, and honestly, for me, I'd say I'm an advanced runner. I'm not an elite runner. I'm an advanced runner. I do all my workouts for the most part in those daily trainers. My long runs, my easy recovery runs, my speed workouts, pretty much every single run I use those. Now later in a prep, when things get more specific with my timing, that's when I'll throw in some super shoes. But again, I don't think it's necessary. Having a solid pair of daily trainers, most important. Next thing, brown box. No, this is actually my box of goos that I use. There's lots of brands out there. Again, I use goo because I actually don't mind the taste, and they are the cheapest bang for your buck. And at the end of the day, they basically all do the same thing. I know there's some out there, like I think BPN, it's a higher price, but I think it's more organic flavors, but it's really all the same. It's the cheapest. On my long runs, on your long runs, you should be fueling. Not if you even need to fuel, but come race day, you need to have your body practiced and comfortable in digesting food and utilizing that fuel when you run. So not a staple for every workout, but in a prep, a staple for every week, every long run. But it is so important to perform at the level that you want. Energy packets are a staple. Now, the next staple, this is my baby. I think if there's anything shown today, besides maybe the shoes, this is the biggest game changer. And I will see people of all experiences not use this, and I think to myself, what the heck are you doing? I'm not going to hold this very close because, again, I did run with this today and it is a little sweaty. I also think I need a new one. But what I'm holding here is a flip belt. You can get it in all colors. I think it's like 30, 40 bucks off Amazon. And it's basically a little fanny pack invented for running. It's got slits throughout so you can tuck your food in, your phone, your gel, whatever you want to carry on your run. You put it in this waistband, you flip it inside out, everything stays there. And that way you can go for your runs hands free. So many people, it blows my mind, will go for, oh, that's so gross. Will go for a run holding their phone, holding their gel packets, their AirPods case bouncing around in there. And I'm just thinking to myself, why are you doing that to yourself? Flip belt is a game changer. Also with that, I used to do it. Now I kind of switched my water bottles around. This is maybe a little bonus necessity. You can buy a flip belt water bottle, which is a skinnier curved water bottle because it goes around your waist. And that way you don't even have to have a water bottle, which is another one of my daily necessities. Every single run I go on, whether it's an easy run or a long run, I think it's important to hydrate. You're gonna feel better afterwards. You're gonna recover faster. I bring a water bottle with me. Flip belt has a great one that fits in the belt. I now use a handheld, I forget what it's called, but it's basically got a strap that goes between your thumb around your hand. So you only have to like half hold it, but a water on a run. Honestly, I think you're fine bringing a water bottle. Again, it is a little bit of a pain to have to carry it. So that's why I recommend either a flip belt water bottle. They don't hold too much water, but worst case, it's better than nothing or a little handheld. And so there are a lot of other things that can help you with running that I think do help, but aren't a necessity. But like I said in the beginning, what's most important when you first start getting into running is running. These things will not make a vast difference, but when things do get a little intense and volume increases, they're gonna help you perform better, and they're gonna help you recover better, and they're just gonna make the whole process a lot better. I'll tell you what, running, great form of transportation, but maybe even ahead of that, biking. I just met up with a few buddies, ran just a couple social miles. It was more of a quick hangout rather than a workout, even though my legs still freaking smoked from that workout, but it's all good. Biking home, Brooke whipping up some dinner. That will be a wrap. I don't have any tips or tricks on biking necessities other than just a good time and some nice weather. That's about all you'll get and all you need as far as I'm concerned. But running, definitely having a few key items can be a game changer. Let's stop for some cars. Yes, having the right items, running. They're not gonna make or break you, but they will make a difference, especially those staples, especially those items that I listed. The necessity, shoes, belt. I'm a little confused right now and winded from biking that hill that I'm not gonna list the rest of them, but yeah. So that's it for this video, guys. I'm gonna enjoy this little bike ride home, and I'll see you in the, oh yes, forgot to mention, created a course. Links in the description below, also in my bio. I'd really appreciate it if you checked it out. It's free. Just sign up with your email. It gets sent to your inbox. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. And if you hate it, let me know. If you enjoyed it and learned something, let me know. See you in the next one.